Hi everyone, welcome to the discussion section, the first week of introductions for Organizational Communication 201, Business and Professional Communication. My name is Michael Blight. You can call me Professor Blight, Professor B, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. This is my introduction to all of you. Hopefully you're finding that you can use the video and the audio and all of that in sync with each other. But just to give you a little bit of information about me and my background and why I teach this class and why I am teaching this course in the way that I'm teaching it. I am from Chicago. I'm from Albany Park type area, if you know where Northside Academy is, the high school. I grew up a couple blocks away from there before that even existed. And I went to undergraduate at Illinois State University, where I received a degree in public relations, and then went on for my master's then after in interpersonal communication. Now, currently, I'm finishing my dissertation at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Most of my research outside of the realm of business and professional communication is with new media technology. So the different ways in which we use communication tools, such as Instagram, Twitter, as more than they're essentially designed to be, right? So we look at this idea of Twitter being a new news source that people use it for, and that's very important. Moving on past that, outside of like the academic research, I do also, from a practical standpoint, I've worked for a number of companies within the Chicagoland area and even in Milwaukee that deal with public relations and also overall training and development within digital teams. So what I have been contracted to do a number of times as a consultant is go into an organization, provide an evaluation of the different members of the teams or of the organizations, figure out what's working right, what's working wrong, essentially as be able to establish what is the employee satisfaction level, what can we do to make them more successful, and then moving on past that, okay, now that we have sort of identified the problems, can we actually implement some sort of change with a training and development program, this curriculum? I'm a teacher, as you can see some of the overlap there. How can we sort of integrate all of that to make sure that, number one, the problem is addressed, and number two, and more importantly, that the problem doesn't come about again in a way that we actually make it preventable. Oftentimes I compare it to what we see within the medical profession. Although I'm not a medical doctor, I think about it in terms of preventative care. Oftentimes within organizations we see people act reactively. So if something bad happens, we didn't plan for it, we didn't anticipate it, what do we do now? What I like to do is, okay, it's fine that that happens. We've identified that there's a problem, an inherent or underlying problem. But what do we do from this point on to make sure that we sort of avoid all of that? And within this class, what I like to do is I like to focus on the different ideas of how we present ourselves within a workplace setting and how we actually are able to establish our own dominance, our own control within the organization, not necessarily in a negative, domineering way, but how is it that we get to impose our own ideas and put ourselves in positions to succeed? Outside of all that business context, my wife and I live in the Chicagoland area, in Old Town. When I'm not teaching, I actually teach two face-to-face lectures of Communication 101, Introduction to Human Communication at DePaul, one in the Loop, one in the Lincoln Park campus, and then I additionally teach two online classes at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. So I've been teaching all in all probably about 6 years, and I've been teaching online for about 2.5. This is my first online class through DePaul, although the D2L system and everything is the same. But overall, what I like about this class, and this is sort of a long-winded introduction, I'll sort of lump this in with the overall ideas of the class. What I like about this class is that it provides us that opportunity to interact with people that perhaps normally we don't have the opportunity to work with. And I think that in itself is an incentive to take this class online because we get to have a lot of the audio-visual components. We get to train for it. Most of us, if we're looking to relocate somewhere, might have a Skype interview because it's perhaps too expensive to bring you in, to fly you in, especially within the preliminary stages. So this will get us sort of comfortable in front of a camera, communicating with each other, being able to articulate our thoughts. And one of the benefits of this is that we get to stop, think about what we want to say, and then actually proceed forward with it. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. I think this class is a fun class, or at least it has the potential to be fun. And sorry if my introduction was too long or too short, or maybe didn't give you enough information. With yourself and my post included, please feel free to leave a comment, ask some questions, say, hey, I also live in Old Town, or whatever it might be, and we'll start a conversation from there. All right, everyone. Talk to you soon.